I mean, you could potentially run at a lot of big meets here this summer. I'm sure you're coached to kind of focus on your next event, your next meet.
Yeah.
How do you balance kind of the big picture thinking of training for the long term this summer with also focusing on a meet like the NCAAs next week?
Well, NCAA is in like 6 days, so that's my focus. The other ones will come after. So the biggest thing right now for me is to compete and go for a win in NCAAs. So we'll see how the other meets go after I finish that one.
But do you keep your eye on the national scene, on the U.S. scene, and just see who's running fast, how people are doing?
Not really. I try to just focus on myself. I believe in myself. I've proven to myself multiple times this year that I could compete with the best. So I just try to have confidence in myself and keep believing in myself there in that aspect.
So, the 4x1 gets through. What's it like to have guys that you're getting hyped up for this meet for, that you're preparing for this meet for, and kind of the team element of it, and it's not just kind of all about your training where you're at.
Yeah. Well, I want my team to make it. Last year we lost obviously in the first round, so obviously I want to do my best to give my team the best chance of making to the finals, competing to win a national championship. So it feels better to win with 4 guys than 1. So I want to see if I can do my best to help us compete at a high level there.
The history of Oregon track and field kind of speaks for itself, but there isn't a strong history in the men's sprints.
Yeah.
I think the last one was almost 60 years ago. Somebody won a 100-meter title. What does that mean to you? I mean, are you concerned at all about, or think at all about, leaving a legacy and kind of changing that history for Oregon?
Yeah, that's ultimately the goal, but I don't know. I'm just trying to leave my mark, and if that's where it's a legacy for Oregon track and field or not, I'm just trying to be the person that people look up to, especially in Oregon. Not many sprinters from Oregon come out and do things that I'm doing, so I just want to leave a mark there, and if that is a mark on the Oregon track and field men's legacy, then that would be the biggest thing for me, I would say.
Being an in-state guy, I mean, there's a chance to really put on a show here locally. So I guess, does that maybe help you in that regard to really capture the attention of other local kids who might look up to you, something like that?
Yeah, definitely, because when I was growing up, I didn't really see many Oregon kids running or sprinting. Like Ryan Bailey was the closest one, but not really any from Portland that were like top tier sprinters. So I don't know, hopefully I can inspire kids. My goal one day is to hopefully get a track made or resurfaced at Fernhill, if you know what that is, because that's where I used to always train and stuff, and the track is horrible, but hopefully one day I could help resurface that and maybe make a club over there. That's the goal for me.
When did you start?
I started track when I was like 11, but I was really bad. So it took me a while to actually enjoy track. I was a football guy. Then I broke my ankle, and then I decided I made a deal with my track coach that I would take it seriously for a year, and then now I'm here. So
it's all relative. So considering you're one of the fastest on the planet, what's really bad at that time? Define really bad, because for me, really bad right now would be like.
I remember I went to a national meet, and my parents paid a bunch of money. I got last first day, so then we had to plan the whole week to do stuff because we planned for me to make all the rounds. I remember it was in North Carolina. First round, there's 3 rounds. Got blasted 8th place, and then my parents were like, "Damn." So then we had to find things to do the whole week. So it was fun, but yeah, I didn't like track then. It wasn't fun. Especially getting last place. Probably I was 11. Probably people run 12.4. I remember I think I was running 13.8.
What year was that? Or how old were you?
I was 11.
Okay.
I was 11 years old because my mom gave me the choice to either run track or baseball. Baseball was boring when you're 11. No one's hitting no home runs, so I was over here stuck in the outfield because I was fast. So I chose track instead.
So when did you know, age-wise or time-wise, that, yes, you're competing for NCAAs now, certainly, and getting here, but when did you know that really competing on a national stage, a national level, and having a chance to really win, when was that a reality for you?
There's probably a lot of meets when I started growing up when I was able to compete at a high level. The most prominent one, I think, is in Finland in 2018. It's when I was 16 years old and I won a gold medal for U20 in the relay. And then obviously another time was in New York when I won the 60. It showed that I was able to compete at a high level with the best. Because at first I was beating kids on Oregon, so I was I won't be able to go down to the South. And then I started realizing I can compete with these guys. When I started winning those meets, and started giving me more confidence, and led me to where I am today.
So who came up with Quad God?
Oh no, it's because people. I have so many. I actually have so many names. You don't understand. I got Quad God, Quad, like Quadzilla. I have a whole bunch. Like it goes on for days. But like I don't know, people just will come up to me at meets and be like, "Oh my God, how do you get amazing quads?" Or so I've been just trying to like embrace it now, trying to like make an image out of it. Because you know, when people think of Saquon Barkley, they be like Saquon. So I don't know. I'm trying to think of trying to embrace it now. Trying to take it as an image because that's what people know me as. Like, even on my social media, they'd be like, Quad God, Quad Father, Quad this, Quad that. You don't understand. There's a whole bunch. I have it in my phone, but it's just funny hearing it. So I just try to embrace it and make something out of it now. So it's kind of hilarious, but that's where I got it from.
Do you have a favorite?
Not really. I like Quadzilla. It's kind of funny. Like when people say Quad Father, that actually gets me actually loud because like Quad Father, like that's weird. But I don't know. It's a whole bunch, but. I don't know. Those names are kind of funny, but now I'm trying to embrace it because it's kind of funny. Like listen to people call me that. It's like, what the heck? But
do your teammates call you that?
Oh no. My teammates do not call me that. It's more of like fans and like friends and stuff like that. Because it's kind of funny. But no, none of my teammates call me that. I don't want them to. That's weird. Call me Quad Father. Like, come on, that's weird. That'd be so weird if my teammates would call me that. But I don't know. It's been good.
Since it's the reference, have you ever actually seen The Godfather?
No, I haven't actually.
Okay.
I need to. I need to now. I've never seen it.
You touched on it a little bit already, not paying too much attention to, what other people are doing.
Yeah.
How much of your mindset is just competing against yourself?
That's the biggest thing because last year I felt like I was more of like competing with others rather than myself. So I was trying to like this guy ran this guy ran this, so I need to get there. But then I started realizing at the end of the season when I wasn't worried about that, I was running my best races. So ultimately, I got like a sports psychologist, and he's been helping me like get there and mentally think. Because the mental game is the biggest thing. So I've been taking my mental game to the next level and being like trusting myself and like proving to myself I can do this. And I've done that multiple times. So now I'm starting to have confidence in myself. So when that happens, it's kind of scary, but I don't know. That's the biggest thing for me is confidence.
Was not winning Pac-12s last year and not winning NCAAs last year, was that a driving factor for you coming into this season?
Not really. Like I just like running. So ultimately, I just want to get better. And if I get better and that includes winning, that's the biggest thing for me. I don't like looking back and dwelling on losses because, everyone takes losses. So not really is the answer.
On the flip side of that, did making the Olympics, did that boost your confidence at all?
Yeah, that did boost my confidence a little bit. But not only because I made it, it's because I had like Fred Curley and all of them, Fred Curley, Noah, Grant Holloway, and all of them were like good mentors. Even though we're all good mentors to me down there, they like taught me the way, were teaching me things and like telling me certain tips about the game and what to expect. And even like Fred would like calm down my stuff today and help me. So that's the biggest thing. Not more making the team, but like creating connections in the track and field scene, which I really enjoyed ultimately.
You talked about your legacy, but what did it mean to you to be able to, make it to this stage and wear that Oregano on your chest?
Like I never thought I'd make it this far, honestly. Like when I was like a kid, I don't know, I just never expected myself to be at the highest level and being able to compete at the highest level. So even that I'm here, for me, is a accomplishment on its own. Like in my family, we never really got to do something like this or get to a level like how I'm at. So the fact that I've even able to get here is a accomplishment in my family for me.
Is there a chance next week is the last time you're wearing an Oregon O on your chest?
Oh, I'm not sure. We'll see. But ultimately, I love being at Oregon. So ultimately, we'll just go over the factors with me and my family and my parents and go over all the benefits. But right now, I'm thinking about, I already registered all my classes for next year, so I'm not really focused on that right now. I'm just trying to get 6 days in to NCAA, and then we'll figure everything else out as time goes on, ultimately.
How much do you guys embrace the sort of home field advantage in these type of things?
A lot. When I get here and I come here, like it just feels like home. Because I've been here, ran here when I was like, 14, 15, 16 years old. So like when I'm here, it feels normal. Like, when you go home, you open the door to make food, I just feel like a normal kid in the candy shop. So that's what my coach always says. Go to the meet, be like a kid in the candy shop. So I just feel like a kid. I feel normal when they say my name in the crowd. Like all my nerves go away. Like if I have any nerves, it goes away because I know that people are supporting me here, and I just run my race. It's the biggest thing for me.